Good morning. Thank you for joining us today. We are looking for a third officer for our tanker fleet. Could you please introduce yourself and share your background in tanker operations?
Good morning, sir. My name is Zero. I have been working at sea for 10 years, serving as a deck officer on tanker vessels. My experience includes navigation, cargo operations, and safety equipment maintenance. I am eager to contribute my skills to ensure safe and efficient voyages with your company.
What are the main duties of a third officer on a tanker?
As a third officer, I am responsible for maintaining life-saving appliances and firefighting equipment, assisting in navigation, keeping bridge watch, and supporting cargo operations. I also ensure safety procedures are followed during the voyage.
What is your responsibility for maintaining life-saving appliances as a third officer?
As a third officer, I am directly responsible for the inspection, maintenance, and readiness of all life-saving appliances on board. This includes lifeboats, rescue boats, life rafts, life jackets, immersion suits, life buoys, pyrotechnics, and emergency communication equipment. My duty is to ensure that all these appliances are in good condition, properly stowed, and ready for immediate use in case of emergency.
How do you carry out this responsibility in practice?
I follow the ship's planned maintenance system and SOLAS requirements. I conduct weekly and monthly inspections, record the results in the logbook, and report any defects to the chief officer. For example, I check lifeboat engines and launching gear, test emergency lights, verify expiry dates on pyrotechnics, and inspect the condition of life jackets and immersion suits. I also supervise abandoned ship drills to confirm that all equipment functions properly.
What actions do you take if you find defective life-saving equipment?
I immediately report the defect to the chief officer and master, tag the equipment as out of service, and arrange for repair or replacement. Life-saving appliances must always be available, so corrective action is taken without delay. I also ensure that alternative equipment is ready until repairs are completed.
Why is this responsibility important for a third officer?
Because life-saving appliances are the last line of defense in emergencies. As third officer, I make sure the crew can rely on lifeboats, rafts, and personal protective equipment at any time. Proper maintenance reduces risk, ensures compliance with international regulations, and most importantly, protects lives on board.
Can you give an example of a practical situation where this responsibility is tested?
During an abandoned ship drill, I supervise the preparation of lifeboats, check that the engines start, and confirm that all crew members wear life jackets and immersion suits correctly. This drill demonstrates whether the equipment is functional and whether the crew is familiar with emergency procedures. It is a direct test of my responsibility for life-saving appliances.
What is your responsibility for maintaining firefighting equipment as a third officer?
As a third officer, I am responsible for the inspection, maintenance, and readiness of all firefighting appliances on board. This includes portable fire extinguishers, fire hoses, hydrants, nozzles, fire pumps, breathing apparatus, firemen's outfits, fixed CO2 systems, foam systems, and fire detection alarms. My duty is to ensure that all equipment is in good condition, properly stowed, and ready for immediate use in case of fire.
How do you carry out this responsibility in practice?
I follow the ship's planned maintenance system and SOLAS requirements. I conduct weekly and monthly checks, record the results in the logbook, and report any defects to the chief officer. For example, I check pressure levels on fire extinguishers, test fire pumps, inspect hoses and hydrants, verify the condition of breathing apparatus, and ensure fire detection systems are operational. I also supervise fire drills to confirm that equipment works properly and crew members are trained.
What actions do you take if you find defective firefighting equipment?
I immediately report the defect to the chief officer and master, tag the equipment as out of service, and arrange for repair or replacement. Firefighting appliances must always be available, so corrective action is taken without delay. I also ensure that backup equipment is ready until repairs are completed.
Why is this responsibility important for a third officer?
Because fire is one of the most dangerous emergencies at sea, especially on tankers carrying flammable cargo. As third officer, I make sure the crew can rely on firefighting appliances at any time. Proper maintenance reduces risk, ensures compliance with international regulations, and protects lives, cargo, and the vessel itself.
Can you give an example of a practical situation where this responsibility is tested?
During a fire drill in the engine room, I supervise the crew in using fire hoses and breathing apparatus. I check that the fire pump delivers sufficient pressure, that extinguishers are correctly used, and that communication with the bridge is maintained. This drill demonstrates whether the equipment is functional and whether the crew is familiar with emergency procedures. It is a direct test of my responsibility for firefighting appliances.
How do you assist in navigation as a third officer?
As a third officer, I assist in navigation by supporting the officer of the watch and the chief officer in preparing charts, updating ECDIS, and checking navigational publications. I also help in plotting positions, monitoring radar and AIS, and keeping a proper lookout. My role is to ensure safe navigation and compliance with call regs under the supervision of senior officers.
What specific tasks do you perform before the voyage?
Before departure, I assist in passage planning by correcting charts with the latest notices to mariners, verifying waypoints, and ensuring the route is clear of hazards. I also check navigational warnings, weather forecasts, and tidal information. On Eastis, I cross-check the planned track with paper charts to confirm accuracy and safety.
What is your responsibility during watchkeeping?
During watchkeeping, I maintain situational awareness by monitoring radar, AIS, and ECDIS. I keep a proper lookout visually and by instruments, report traffic or hazards to the officer of the watch, and record entries in the logbook. I also assist in applying coal regs, especially in heavy traffic or restricted waters, and ensure bridge equipment is functioning properly. How do you assist in navigation during restricted waters or heavy traffic? In restricted waters or heavy traffic, I assist by continuously monitoring radar and AIS, plotting frequent positions, and reporting CPA, TCPA of nearby vessels. I help the officer of the watch in making decisions, maintain communication with the engine room if needed, and ensure bridge team coordination. My role is to support safe maneuvering and avoid collision. What do you learn from assisting in navigation? By assisting in navigation, I learn practical skills in voyage planning, chart corrections, and the use of navigational equipment. I gain discipline in following procedures, situational awareness, and teamwork. These experiences prepare me to take higher responsibility as a future chief mate and master.
How do you ensure safe navigation during your watch on a tanker?
I maintain a proper lookout, use radar, ECDIS, and AIS, and strictly follow call regs. I monitor traffic separation schemes, weather reports, and report any risk of collision to the chief officer or master.
What does it mean to keep bridge watch as a third officer?
Keeping bridge watch means I am responsible for the safe navigation of the vessel during my assigned watch. This includes maintaining a proper lookout, monitoring navigational equipment, ensuring compliance with coal regs, and keeping the master informed of any significant situation. My duty is to stay alert at all times to detect traffic, navigational hazards, or changes in weather.
What are your main tasks during bridge watch?
Maintain a proper lookout by sight, hearing, and all available means. Monitor vessels' position using ECTIS, GPS, and radar plotting. Record navigational data in the logbook. Ensure safe speed and course according to passage plan. Communicate with engine room and deck crew when necessary. Call the master immediately in case of restricted visibility, heavy traffic, or risk of collision.
How do you ensure safety during your watch?
I follow the company's standing orders and master's night orders. I keep bridge watch free from distractions, maintain situational awareness, and double-check all navigational equipment. I also ensure bridge team coordination, especially during pilotage or restricted waters. Safety is achieved by vigilance, discipline, and clear communication.
What actions do you take if you encounter an emergency during your watch?
I immediately take initial action to safeguard the vessel, such as altering course or reducing speed if required. I call the master without delay, inform the engine room, and alert the crew. I also log the incident and prepare for emergency procedures such as collision avoidance or distress communication.
What is your role during cargo loading and discharging on a tanker?
I assist the chief officer in supervising cargo operations, monitor manifold connections, check cargo hoses, and ensure safety procedures are followed. I also verify that crew members wear proper PPE and that emergency equipment is ready.
Safety is critical on tankers. How do you contribute to safety culture on board?
I conduct regular checks on safety equipment, participate in drills, and encourage crew members to follow safety rules. I report hazards immediately and promote teamwork. Safety culture means discipline and responsibility, and I always set a good example.
What would you do if there is a fire in the pump room during your watch?
I would raise the alarm immediately, inform the bridge, and activate the fire detection system. I would ensure crew safety, close ventilation, and follow emergency procedures as per the company's SMS. My priority is to contain the fire and protect lives. Which international regulations are most important for tanker operations? SOLAS, MARPOL, ISCOT, and coal regs are essential. SOLAS ensures safety of life at sea. MARPOL prevents pollution. ISCOT provides tanker safety guidelines. And coal regs regulate navigation rules. Compliance with these ensures safe and legal operations.
How do you work with multinational crew on tankers?
I communicate clearly in English, respect cultural differences, and encourage teamwork. I believe good communication and mutual respect are key to safe operations and a positive working environment.
What is your career goal if you join our company?
My goal is to perform well as a third officer, gain more knowledge in tanker navigation and cargo handling, and progress step by step to higher ranks. I want to be a reliable officer who contributes to safe and efficient voyages.
What is the function of IG inert gas system on a tanker?
The inert gas system prevents explosion by maintaining non-flammable atmosphere in cargo tanks. It reduces oxygen content below 8% and ensures safe cargo operations.
Do you have any final words before we close the interview?
Thank you for the opportunity. I am confident that my skills in navigation, safety, and cargo operations will contribute positively to your tanker fleet. I look forward to working with your company and growing my career here.